Stevens is yelling at him to get back defensively. LeBron James, his first shot of the night.
Kevin Love.
James thought about a three. Smith, no hesitation. Got another. And Tatum could not get it to go down. James drives, scoop layup, and a foul.
Other end. James taking advantage of the even number situation. An and one.
His versatility to guard points and two guards on the perimeter. 5 to shoot. James jumper's good. To Smart. Smart from outside. That won't go. Kevin Love the rebound. Throws it down to James. Catches in traffic and banks it home. What a pass and what a catch.
Outstanding pass from Love. But look at the catch in traffic. All green. Trusting your receiver. And LeBron catches it and does the rest.
Tatum gets inside. James gets a running start. Ogilvy fouls him from behind.
In the open, the effort that LeBron is putting forth is awfully impressive on the defensive end. He's playing with a sense of urgency.
And Mike, I'm going to make another taking away fouls.
Priority is to make sure Al Horford doesn't get things going. James throws it up, that misses, rebound right back to him, and he puts it up and in. And caromed off Baines. Game in this series so far. Been a good playmaker again, doing much of that with Shane Larkin out, playing more of the point guard. James knocked away by Rozier.
Tristan Thompson on Baines.
Duncan, when you was at Nazareth.
I'm not sure if I was as positive as Duncan.
Korver again drills a three-pointer.
That's a strength issue for Tatum right there.
Draws the foul, nearly backed it in. Good job. Tatum here picks up his first foul. It's a 13-point lead for Cleveland. And getting help from the supporting cast.
Making plays, tough shots, but that's what the great ones do. And LeBron, early and often, did exactly that.
Getting the right matchup, just shooting over.
Lost in the daily grind, the impact Iverson had on his career.
He's one of the few in the history of the game. It just makes everyone around him better. And I think what I've always been impressed with what he does on the court and in the games and in the big moments and all those things, but how he leads and how he works every day. Just his example that he sets and the tone that he sets. If you show up 15 minutes before practice, it's like, what are you doing? You should have been here an hour ago. And no one has to say it, but everybody knows because he's already been there for 2 hours.
James has Rozier on him. Horford looking to come help. Doesn't want to leave Thompson alone, and James knocks down the shot. Indecision leads to an open look. Again, they switch. Rozier. James goes at him, pulls back, it's in the paint, one-handed shot, bounces around and drops through with a soft touch.
And in my opinion, switching when you don't have to. They're not forcing you to switch. And once you do, LeBron James' eyes widen and he's making plays. Get in there.
Shot clock at 5. James pulls back, puts it up, puts it in. And obviously threw it too hard. Thompson running the floor, throws it down.
Well, as Mark said, looking for one shot. Tristan Thompson just runs rim to rim, dribble.
Here's James, powers to the basket, bank shot is good.
To allow LeBron James to get to his right hand with a full head of steam. That's easy offense for James.
Meanwhile, Morris will go to the line.
About the bottom half of the roster, Mike. Right. But it gives them opportunities. And now you got the two-way guys. As they get the screen, they switch, and then James he's just so powerful to block out. And they got fortunate.
James gets to the rim easily once again.
Matter the bigger Al Horford on him. You let him get to that right hand with a direct line drive. That's easy offense, and not much you can do. To me, their best matchup is Marcus Morris on him, but being in...
Rozier takes it to the rim. Layup blocked by Thompson. Oh, what a rejection from Tristan Thompson. Here comes James. Down. Layup's good.
Rozier, and then on the other end, LeBron James getting into the thick of the Celtics.
And they sustain their defensive tenacity, their defensive commitment. James against Brown. And a foul before the shot.
And to me, if I'm the Celtics, I'm not going to allow him to play one-on-one with Jaylen Brown. It's just too easy for him. At some point with no...
And then when he played...
Brown back on James.
Very stationary offense right now.
And again, Brown.
What's your offense going?
Another minute.
I understand what you're saying, but with a minute to go in the quarter, I wouldn't risk it.
Love the outlet to James. Here goes James. Inside, banks it home.
LeBron James pushing, Tatum avoiding, James finished.
James behind the back, throws it up, pass deflected. Stolen back by James, and he banks it home. James.
Off the careless play. That's bad basketball, but oops, look what I found. It's the steal in the basket. I call that a smart play.
Rozier now picks him up. James sets, puts up a three. Bang!
Well, they set a step-up screen. Smart's trying to get back. He somehow gets involved with Hill, which gives James just
to contribute. Well, game 5 is going to be wild. James spins in and an elbow to the face of Smart. James' shot is good.
LeBron, your 6th 40-point game in the 2018 playoffs, the most since Allen Iverson in 2001. I mean, it's 15 years deep, 7 straight finals. How are you doing this in year 15?
Just put a lot of work in. First of all, the man above is giving me some abilities that I've tried to take full advantage of. And I put the work in and day out on my body, working on my game every day to try to put myself to be in the best condition I can be in the postseason. So my teammates, my coaching staff allowed me to go out and do the things to try to help us win. They trust me. And besides the 7 turnovers tonight, I think I earned their trust a little bit more.
How do we know you know the turnover number? Guys like Kyle Korver and Tristan, who you have been through some postseason battles with, what effect does that have on the trust you have in these moments in those guys?
I mean, it's huge. We made some midday or midline trades that brought in a lot of guys. But at the end of the day, we know that the experience that we got with the guys that was already here, you can kind of hang your hat on. And that's what me, Kev, JR, Tristan, Kyle, and George Hill as well, because he's been in huge games. I've actually played against him, obviously, in a bunch of playoff games. But to have that type of comfort with guys that you know that's been in the bunker, which you can always rely on them.
What effect is the defense being played on Al Horford having on your ability to win these last 2 games?
I mean, Al's so good. He does so much for their team, pushing the break, getting guys involved, getting himself involved. In that 3rd quarter, he started to wear on us a little bit. And we're just trying to keep a body on him, be physical with him, but he's a multi-year all-star for a reason. But I give a lot of credit to our bigs, starting with Tristan, Kev, Larry. I switch on him a little bit. Jeff Green switch on him a little bit. Try to keep multiple bodies in front of him.
Boston is a city that you've seen some highs and lows in. What do you most look forward to going back there?
It's a hostile environment. We understand that. We know that. There's no love in there. If you ain't got on green, if you don't play for that team, if you don't bleed green, they got no love for you. So we got to come out with a bunker mentality. Understand it's just us. It's going to be a great atmosphere. They have not lost a game in the postseason yet on their home floor. So they play extremely confident. We know that, and it's going to be a tough but a collective group. And if we play like we did in 3 and 4, then we give ourselves a good chance.
Thank you, LeBron.
All right, thanks, Doris.
Mike.
Thank you, Doris. Whatever it takes on any given night. Only had to take 12 shots in game 3. Took 28 tonight to score 44 points and weather a Celtic storm in the second.